Lesson objectives are to explain why farmers are removing hedgerows and the benefits to them, and also about the environmental impact of removing hedgerows. The group is a mixed ability Year 7 group, weighted around the middle of that ability, with one or two very able pupils and one or two much weaker pupils.
Okay, right, what we're going to do today then is we've done a little bit of work on how the farming landscape has changed from about 1950 up till the present day. And we've looked at some of the impacts that have come from those changes. So what we're going to do today is we're going to build on that a little bit further. Now, so we've talked a bit about hedgerow removal, about farmers moving their hedges. So I want you to have a quick look at these two photographs here. What clues do they tell you about what we already know about why people want to cut down hedgerows? Why do farmers want to cut down these hedgerows? Now, I want you very quickly to discuss it as a group and write it down on your whiteboards very quickly. One or two reasons why farmers want to remove their hedgerows. You've got 30 seconds. Right, come on then, folks. What do we reckon? What are those photos? What clues are they giving us? Pardon?
Get larger fields.
Right, bigger fields. And go on, explain that a bit further.
More crops to produce more.
Right, so what we've got is we've got Clara saying that we want bigger fields. Callum saying
More crops.
yeah, more crops for more income.
Crops and income.
So that's a really good answer. Okay. Right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and fantastic. Right. Let's have a look then. What have you got? Hold up your balls so we can all see them. So hold them up. Right, fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, Catherine, can you explain one of your points then?
We did less work because you have to keep chopping down the bushes otherwise.
Right, okay, so less work because they have to keep chopping them down and keeping them neat. Joe?
Because if you have hedges around all your field, you sort of lose the amount that the hedge will grow, so you sort of gain an extra foot of land around the outside of your field to grow crops in.
So you'll have more land in which to grow more crops. Fantastic. I'm looking at number one, thinking this one's we've talked about quite a lot. Alanis, can you explain number one then?
Big machines can't turn around and it wastes a lot of time. So if they cut down a lot of hedgerows, then don't have to turn around as fast, and it's a lot easier.
So much easier, much more time, less time consuming because the tractor's going right down the fields and back up again. Fantastic. Right, brilliant. Good start. So we've got a couple of reasons there already. So what we're looking to do today is we're going to look in a bit more detail at a few more reasons to explain why the farmers, what benefit is it to the farmers to remove these hedges, and then also to explain some of the problems of removing hedges on the landscape, on the environment. So we're looking at kind of two different sides of the argument. Now, first of all, what I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to be the farmer first of all. So you're going to work in your threes to be the farmer. You're going to be geography detectives. You need to use the clues in your folders to come up with some of the reasons why this farm, this is some resources from Manor Farm, why the owners want to remove the hedgerows. And what you're going to have to do is once you've decided all these clues, what do they tell us about why the farmers are removing the hedgerows, then you're going to have to submit a removal notice. So if I have a quick look in here, I can see on the top is this hedgerow removal notice here. Okay, and this is what real farmers have to submit. And then the council have to come out and check their hedgerow to make sure it's not a habitat for really rare species, or if it's really old, they don't want to cut it down because it's it's of historical value. So they have to fill out one of these. And you are going to write underneath number 2, it says the reasons why you propose to remove them are. And you're going to have to write as many reasons in 5 minutes as you can think of, out from your heads, from your prior understanding, and from the clues from the pack. Okay, as many reasons as you can think of. Fiona, can you recap that really quickly for me?
Okay, we're detectives and we got to find out why Manor Farm wants to get rid of their hedgerows. And then we've got to write a removal notice to the government and write down many things why we need to remove them.
Fantastic. Right, you've got 5 minutes, folks, very speedily. Off you go. Ooh. In fact, you're going to have 8 minutes. I'm going to be a little bit more generous. Yes, together, right? So have a look. Come on, open up your packs. You've got 3 clues, so you could divide them up maybe and then share what you found. Or you could all have a look. So what are these clues telling you, do you think? Go on then.
It needs bigger fields. So you need bigger fields to produce more crops.
Right, that's a reason, isn't it? That's one that you know already. Under there. That's one that you know already. So have a look at what the clues, what extra information do they tell you? What's the calendar show us, Callum? What are all the things highlighted? Think about that.
Is it what to do on those days, sort of thing? Because it says check hedges and fences.
Right.
Is that like the thing that he's doing to like?
Yeah. So that's all the things that need doing throughout the year, isn't it? So how often and how much time does he spend on his hedges from that looking at the calendar?
£7,000.
I don't know. Look, we've got a balance sheet here as well. So that might tell you how much money is spent on.
Isn't that not? So is it 100,000?
There, look, it's that one.
It's only 90, isn't it?
£90,000 on cutting hedge. Right, so it's really expensive. That's another reason, isn't it? See if you can work out the other ones. Clara, why don't you have a look through that one? See if you can figure out some reasons why Manor Farm, why are they cutting down their hedgerows? Right, get that down. Tell Alex to get it down. No, that's all right. Don't worry about that. Number 2. Right. So what reasons have we got here, folks? What clues have we got? Amelia, have you read through that one? Why don't you have a go at that one? Mike, what clues have we got here?
I said that, but you didn't. Insects that attract animals. Reason why oppose me, like not.
So this, exactly. These are all the costs that the farm has to pay for. And how much do they spend on cutting down hedges and trimming them and keeping them all neat and tidy? Is that a lot of money to you? Yeah, £90,000. And so if they got rid of them all,
then they wouldn't have to keep on cutting them down.
Brilliant. So they'd
So it's
save.
actually saving £90,000.
Tell Alistair that then.
So if they get rid of the...
How are you getting on with your clues then, folks?
We think that it could be because looking at that, it's going to save them money, so they can like buy more machinery and more crops.
Brilliant.
They have a lot better machinery. That could be a time they need to
Do something else, yeah. So it'd be much less time consuming. And how about
that you've got more time to like do the crops,
right?
because you won't have to like cut all the hedges. Like
Brilliant. Have you got these down? Because these are brilliant points you're telling me. Tell Chris, because he's got to write these down. Come on, Dan.
You said that more profit comes in, but then you would have to spend more on seeds.
Okay, that is a fair point.
We don't want to say bad ideas.
But which is most expensive?
Oh, we need to work that out.
The income.
So you're saying that if you cut down the hedges, you'll save money, but you have to buy more seeds. But would you save more money than you had to spend out on seeds?
Yeah, you'd save quite a lot more money because the seeds only cost 20,000, but you're getting a total cost of 340,000. But then once you've sold all that, you get a total income of 700,000 as well. So
Right.
It's quite good.
Yeah, and so far we've got
Brilliant.
bigger machines, bigger fields, less work, more money, more crops, no rare animals, won't destroy crops. Machines don't lose as much fuel, bigger profit and less time wasted.
Fantastic. How about...
They would need more machines, so wouldn't they? If they were going to
Might
do
do.
It
Might do.
depends how long. If you've got a tight work schedule, then maybe you would.
Yeah.
But if not, then
But I mean, it would depend, how by removing a hedge, it might not actually need that much more machines. It would just make it easier for one machine.
Yeah.
Do you think?
no
They
diseases.
could just take down like a part of the hedge
Yeah.
for the machines to go in easier for the other field.
No diseases that can get on the crops.
What do they do to the crops then?
It said that the hedgerows can have germs in them, so you could put no diseases that will go on crops, and so you don't need to use as many fertilisers.
Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Well done. I think you're doing really well here, folks. Well done.
Can you put stuff like if you were gonna like change the crop? If no, can you put if you remove your hedge, you can put like you're willing to plant some trees somewhere else.
Could
Or
do.
Can we not put that?
Does the farmer care? If he said that he can cut down his hedge, why would he want to put some trees somewhere else? Take up more room again, wouldn't it? So we can't
Yeah,
plant
but I
his
mean
crops.
like plant them in the wild.
That's a possibility, yeah. That might be something that he would negotiate.
Just because, like, he's saying all these reasons against doing it, but he hasn't really got any strong points that say you should.
Right, okay,
And
so...
I will help nature by doing
right.
it.
So he's not making his argument stronger by actually saying a positive for someone else, that he'll do something for someone else. That's a good point, yeah.
So can
I
we
would
put that-
focus at the moment, because we're going to come on to that next lesson,
Okay.
focus at the moment about why he just wants to take them out.
Okay.
All right?
So we don't have to put like.
I wouldn't worry now, but that's a really good point to hang on to for next lesson, because we're going to start writing some persuasive letters. Well done, Joe. Right, we've got 2 minutes, folks. Seen some really fantastic discussion. Yeah.
We've put our costs a lot, we've put our it takes up time, and it causes problems and it spreads disease.
What problems? You say it causes problems. Can you give some examples?
As in disease.
Right. What kinds of diseases? Oak death, possibly. It harbours these diseases.
Yeah, instead they can just do a bigger lap.
Oh, you forgot the one where all the animals driven away.
Yeah, this is the deers and rodents.
Cutting
and
down
birds
animals'
that,
houses.
like eat the crops.
They do, yeah, exactly. So that's a really good point. Have you got that one down?
Yeah, insects kill crops.
Oh, right. And not just the insects, also mammals, animals.
Deers.
Yeah, I mean, they trample the crops, they eat the crops.
What about the one?
Okay, well done. All right. Say it again, Alanis.
I'm not sure whether you put like things like
Let me come around there a minute.
That one, less chance of
Crops being killed by... Yeah, because the hedges, like, they harbour diseases. They have diseases in them, and then that gets into the crops. So by taking away the hedges, you're sort of removing the source of the disease.
So the root of the disease.
Yeah, the root of the disease. Brilliant. Okay, you've got about 30 seconds, folks. Checking hedges and cutting them.